A question we all wonder about: why do these flies exist and what purpose do they serve? Mosquitoes have been sucking blood and causing discomfort for at least 46 million years. Understanding where they breed, why they bite, and what attracts them can help protect you and your family from these annoying creatures. There are more than 3,000 species of mosquitoes found almost everywhere in the world. However, not all mosquitoes see you as a tasty snack. While both male and female mosquitoes feed on nectar and plant sap, only female mosquitoes bite because they need blood to produce their eggs. Mosquitoes grow quickly. Aedes aegypti mosquitoes lay about 100 eggs at a time, and these little bloodsuckers mature rapidly. The entire life cycle of the Aedes mosquito, from egg to adult, takes only 7 to 10 days. Mosquitoes have quite an appetite. The size of a blood meal depends on the mosquito species and size. However, some female mosquitoes can drink as much blood in one meal as their own body weight. This is like a 150-kilogram person eating 150 kilograms of food for dinner. Mosquitoes prefer to bite some people more than others. If those around you are not bitten, but you are constantly bitten, it may be because mosquitoes are more attracted to some people's body chemistry than others. Mosquitoes are attracted to a combination of body heat, odor, carbon dioxide released when humans and animals breathe, and lactic acid found in sweat. These biting pests use their receptors and vision to find their victims and can see their next meal from a distance of 50 meters. Mosquitoes are more active when the moon is full. The full moon is blamed for many strange events, both real and imagined. The full moon can increase mosquito activity by 500%. This is because mosquitoes use visual cues to find their next meal, which is easier when the moon is full. Mosquitoes can breed in very small amounts of water. They lay their eggs in stagnant or still water or wet soil and only need a small amount of water to do so. In fact, some mosquito species can breed in less water than a teaspoon. This amount can easily accumulate in old tires, children's splash pools, bird baths, holes in trees, saucers under plants, and even bottle caps. Color is important for mosquitoes. After a blood meal, female mosquitoes retreat to dark places to digest their meal and hide. That's why they often prefer to rest on people wearing dark-colored clothes. The good news is that these mosquitoes should not bite you since they have already fed. However, hungry mosquitoes still use visual cues to find someone while searching for a meal. Therefore, they may be more likely to bite people wearing contrasting colors that are easier to see. The purpose of mosquitoes in our ecosystem is to provide food and facilitate pollination. Mosquitoes can have both positive and negative effects on the ecosystem. As part of their beneficial roles, mosquito larvae live in water and provide food for other wildlife, including fish and larger larvae of other species such as dragonflies. The larvae help recycle water by consuming microscopic organic matter in the water. Adult mosquitoes are part of the diet of some insect-eating animals such as birds, bats, adult dragonflies, and spiders. They also help pollinate some flowers when they consume nectar. However, mosquitoes can also play a harmful role by transmitting diseases such as malaria, yellow fever, encephalitis, and dengue fever, potentially harming other animals. Mosquitoes do not create diseases themselves. They only serve as carriers. They must feed on an already infected person or animal, and then transmit the disease when they bite a healthy person or animal. You might think that animals do not eat mosquitoes because they are small in size and have blood-filled abdomens. You are mistaken because many birds, bats, and spiders eat mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are a primary food source for many spiders and critical nutritional sources for organisms at the bottom of the food chain. Even though we hate them and find it difficult to understand their place in nature, they play an important role in the food chain. According to a study by William Bradshaw in 1983, the biomass of mosquitoes is almost the same as the biomass of other animals in the Diptera order. This research points to the role of mosquito biomass in the balance of the ecosystem. Mosquitoes have evolved into thousands of different species over 100 million years. Thus, they have lived a life as blood-sucking parasites, which is one of the reasons for their evolutionary success. Eliminating the blood-sucking parasite trait would mean depriving predators of their prey and many plants of their pollinators. However, mosquitoes are not a keystone species. If today we could develop a biological weapon that would eradicate mosquitoes forever, the entire ecosystem would likely be able to function normally again within just a few centuries or 1,000 years. According to current data, irreversible damage to the ecological balance is unlikely. In fact, according to some scientists, a mosquito-free life could even be beneficial to the ecosystem in certain respects. Stephen Giuliano, an insect ecologist from Illinois State University, says, "It is very difficult to say that eradicating mosquitoes would cause any harm. If we eliminate them, there would probably only be secondary or side effects." Carlos Brizola, a medical entomologist from the Federal University of Santa Catarina, agrees with Marcondes de Juliano. "One thing is certain. A world without mosquitoes would be much safer for the human species. The eradication of Anopheles mosquitoes would be of great importance for humanity. We should not make hasty decisions. The most severe impact of mosquito eradication is predicted to occur in the Arctic tundra. Aedes mosquitoes are found so frequently in the tundra that they can be seen in many countries from Canada to Russia, and sometimes reach numbers sufficient to form dark clouds in the sky. The elimination of this extraordinarily large number of mosquitoes means that about 50% of the birds that use these geographical areas as migration routes will lose an important food source. This could unexpectedly affect some bird populations and lead to a chain reaction. However, it should also be noted that not every scientist agrees with this view. For example, wildlife biologist Kathy Kirby says that the mosquitoes in question are not that important for migratory birds. Thus, she believes that their significance and numbers are only perceived as greater by us because they are very attracted to humans.